Sam, if you just kind of go back to the UTSA game a few weeks ago where, destiny was kind of out of your hands, at least you're on the sideline. It looks like things could potentially slip away for this team's goals. How does it kind of feel being able to get to this conference championship now and seeing how the team has really fought since then?
First and foremost, thank y'all for having me up here. But like I told you guys last time you guys asked me that question, one man can't change the outcome. And this team has came a long way since that game, and I think we've had a chip on our shoulder ever since because no one wants to feel the way we felt in that locker room after that game again. So leading up into the championship game, we set out to do something when we walked off that field against Army in New York at West Point last year, and it's the same feeling, that sick feeling. You don't want to feel that, go in the locker room, coach tell you, hey guys, it was a great season. I'm sorry, seniors, we couldn't get it done. We couldn't finish the job. So just having that conviction in your heart, like, throughout the season and remembering what that feels like. The leadership has been great. Bryce Bohannon, Slim Despaney, Shadre Hurst, like Derek Graham, like all these guys, like Jack Hollyfield, like all these guys, like we've set out to do something all offseason. So now that we're here, I mean, we got to put in the best preparation for this game. So.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about last year and, any conversations, I guess, about potential outside noise with all this stuff going on with Summerall. It's almost settled in a way. And how do you feel like the team has kind of, pulled yourselves together? Like you said, you just named a ton of leaders to really have that player leadership through this week.
It's a lot of, talk going around, a lot of media stuff going around about coaches leaving and players leaving the transfer portal. Transfer portal been a thing since COVID. So, like, all these things are just distractions, and as a mature team, like, we understand that. And again, like, we set out to do something since last year. So, like, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a tragedy because it's good for him and his family. So we understand that as a team, as a mature team, and we understand also that we still have goals that we have to meet. And he's still going to be here with us as our coach because we love him, and he's going to give us the best chance to win. So, yeah, like that doesn't matter. Like we got goals to meet.
And then looking at this matchup, everyone talks about their passing game, but they also have such a strong run game as well. So from a defensive perspective, what's really the point of attack for you guys this week?
We're playing a great football team. Everyone knows that. We're playing a great football team. Well coached, high tempo offense, and their quarterback and their running back is what makes them go. I think stopping that run game, that's every game you got to stop the run. You got to make a team one-dimensional. And then after that, I say we got to get off the quarterback, stop his timing because he's, like Coach Summerall said, he's an on-time thrower. Like, he makes great decisions. So just getting him off track in the pocket, like, is going to help us for sure.
So Alec Clark, your punter, who wasn't even on the team last week, talked about how much he wanted to win a championship because of what had happened at Army last year. You've already addressed it a little bit, but was that the worst feeling you've had after a game, losing to Army? And how much can that help you guys that you're having gone through that experience and not wanting it to happen again?
I'll never forget how that feels. Like, it'll sit in my heart forever. Like, thinking back college football, like, I'll never forget it because just knowing that you got to that moment and you couldn't get the job done, and the way we played defensively, like being dominated in a situation like that is just it don't feel good, man. But yeah, like I said, having that conviction in your heart all season, like knowing that, hey, if we get that opportunity again, like we have redemption. Like, just being able to have that, like the determination is at an all-time high, So doing whatever we can to get prepared for the game and go out there and play, put our best foot forward.
And Jack Hollifield mentioned you kind of called a player meeting. What exactly did you say after on Sunday about that, and kind of what was the mood?
Well, I wasn't the one that really, like, initiated the meeting. Actually, it was Bryce Bohannon. And then it was a collective talk, like, hey, yeah, we should do it. And we all came in and we did it. And just the focus was, hey, like, we understand what's going on. Like, we understand coaches leaving. Everybody's seen what happened. Everybody knows. But now, like, if you feel like you need to hit the portal or whatever, like, we understand, like, you got to do what you got to do. But nobody got up and said, hey, I'm doing that. We gave a chance for guys to leave and do that, and nobody decided to do that. So we said, if you're here and you're going to be here, then we got to put our best foot forward for this week because we're not going to get this opportunity again. This team will never be together again. This coaching staff will never be together again. So we just told those guys that, and the urgency, the accountability has to be an all-time high this week, and it has been. The energy and practice has been good. Just got to keep stacking days. Got to finish the day. We got to live right now, so got to keep stacking days,
Considering all that you've been through this year with injuries and outside noise that you talked about, whatever, how good does it feel to have kind of prevailed through that, fought through that, and the team had success to set you all up to potentially, achieve something historic for this program?
I won't be where I am without first of all, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Like, he's been with me. He's got me through the toughest times of my life, and most of all, my family as well. And my position coach, like I talk about all the time, Coach Taylor Polk, like him and my family, I'm the luckiest guy on earth because of them taking care of me throughout this time, just being there for me, and being able to come back and be a part of the team and go on the field and play for something special and do something here special. It's kind of surreal, man. I didn't, I had set out to come back, when I got hurt. Obviously you don't want that to happen, but Coach say all the time, like 10%. 90% is what happens to you, and 10% how you respond. 10% what happened to you, 90% how you respond. So just honing in on that, being that. So I'm just glad to be here, man. Glad to have opportunity.
To the point of obviously Summerall accepting the job with Florida, when he told y'all, what was your reaction? And then it may have not fully been in his control of if he could coach the championship game, right? But for him to be able to lead y'all through the end of this year, like, how fired up were you to know that?
Not having him coach us was not an option. That wasn't an option. I knew it was an option for him, and it definitely wasn't an option for us. When good things happen, somebody is going to be elevated. You understand that, as in life, you understand that, it's promotions happen. Just like we were where we are now, we got guys being all conference players and it happens because of what the team is doing, what's the organization is doing. When good things happen, individual people, they get promoted, and we understand that. Like I said, but not having him to finish the season was not an option. He loves us, we love him, and we wouldn't have it no other way.
And when talking about their offense, Drew, this is his first year starting at quarterback, but he leads the country in yards. When you watch him on film, what maybe makes him the most dangerous?
I think what makes him the most dangerous is being able to sit back there and read a defense. You watch him play, and when he's back there and he's comfortable, he can rip your defense to shreds. And also when he's improvising, when he's scrambling, he can make some throws deep down the field to the sideline. So, like I said, just being able to get him rattled early is going to be a big staple for us for sure. And seeing him last year, when we played against him last year, he showed up in the game last year when Morris got hurt in the game. He came in and played. He did well then. So just knowing what's up at stake, at the end of the day, we gotta get in the backfield. So.
Sam, I was hoping we get you because I feel like you are the perfect person to answer some of these questions. Just kind of going back to Summerall's transition, obviously, you want this for the team, but as he makes his transition, how much does this team want this win for him?
I think we want it for him for sure, but I think we want it for us, for Tulane, we've been, this is the fourth appearance, and we only got one. You got to be tired of being tired, nobody's it's not good to say, hey, I made it there. I keep making it there. I keep making it there, and you not get the job done. So, I think this community, the alumni, the donors, the administration, everybody deserves this. So, we owe it to them, as much as we owe it to coach. We owe it to them and owe it to each other. All the work we put in the off season, all all the like losing against Ole Miss, losing against UTSA, having that feeling in our heart, like we owe it to each other. You know, we put too much work into owe it to our coaches, like the hours they spend in the GAs, like the hours they spend in day out. Some of them sleep here. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I know everybody want to make it about coach, but like we love, like I said, we love coach and coach love us. But at the end of the day, like it's not just about us, it's not just about him. It's about everybody. Everybody that wear that Tulane logo, everybody that's gonna wear that Tulane logo Friday night. It's about them. So we going out there to play for everyone, not just one person.
You talk about not wanting it to be we just got there. But what did it take to get back here in back-to-back seasons again?
Oh, it took everything. It took a immense amount of strain. Like we talked about strain plus one all summer, all off season. That's what it took, because coming after a game like UTSA, then having to go on the road to play Memphis with the number one team in our league at the time, like you had to respond in a real way, and we did that. So just like I said, having that determination, regardless of circumstances. Like now, like we have a circumstance right now, like it's going to take some serious amount of determination to go get the job done against a great opponent on Friday night. So.
And I'm not sure if you were in here at the time, but Coach talked about playing FAU and UTSA, just those type of offenses. How do you compare those games to what you will see this week?
I would say the tempo for sure. The tempo is fast, but just getting lined up. You know, getting your cleats set and lining up, communicating. That's going to be the biggest thing because they're going to go fast, and we know that their air raid offense is just as similar as FAU. They want to take shots down the field. They want to run the ball. So just being able to get our cleats set, lined up, communicate, and settle down early, I think we'll be fine. Thank you.